auction e-commerce software sales tax reports. And generally speaking, sales tax. This is one of the most critical parts in the scale up of a auction platform is not just the sales tax, but the logistical aspects of scaling it up. You're typically going to be looking at a lot of details and nuances that a lot of businesses will even unfortunately ignore, and legally they're not supposed to, but they will, and they're not necessarily a big fish, so they don't necessarily show up on the radar. But ultimately, sales tax is one of these key aspects that you're going to want to make sure you're taking care of. And really, you want to work with a vendor on the software side who has a lot of experience doing this and can apply options and share their experiences so you can learn without having to go through a lot of pain. One of the biggest things, though, about the sales tax side of this is having an integrated capability to be able to look up accurate real-time sales tax based on the shipping address for where the item is going to actually be delivered to, and based on some of the jurisdictional, think specific location related, jurisdictional specific laws and tax requirements. Now, you may also have folks who are tax exempt, and you'll probably want to have a specific workflow depending on your industry. Some industries have really granular tax laws that apply at the local level, and you're going to want to be able to consider these and ideally leverage a platform that's going to incorporate all this dynamically. Now, in addition to being able to provide the right taxes for buyers, you also may need to provide reports to your sellers on your platform so that they can get the tax information they need whenever they're going to provide it to their CPA or accounting person. Now, ultimately, this has to be correct and specific. And generally, depending on the tax provider that you work with, you may need to mail out and follow certain legal processes to actually get these reports to your sellers. Now, depending on the way that your platform is set up, you may also, as a convenience, want to offer the sellers these tax reports in real time. So that's what we're taking a look at here on the screen today. You can see we have a breakdown of some of the different items and auctions specifically here, a date range, and then sales tax that was charged, and then a breakdown of those exact details on the sales taxes. Now, the user can have the ability to drill in and see the calculations if you would like. You can also set up a notification system where they can receive automated notifications on a cadence. So this could be weekly, monthly, quarterly, as well as turning this into a nice PDF report, for example, that's formalized with a letterhead for your specific auction platform. And it really depends on how you might want to do this, but a lot of times it makes sense to set it up as a statement of some kind that goes out to the user, or a notification that a statement is ready. They can click the link and then they go to this dashboard view, for example. Typically, the ability to download this information or share it with an accountant, that kind of a thing. This can be really, really important to make everything self-service. Again, something you'll see and hear us talk about all the time, making your auction e-commerce platform self-service for your end users. Now, whenever you're looking at variations on this, this can really depend on the region, the country or countries that you're providing service in. And depending on the specific nuances of the tax laws, you may have to calculate your tax laws based on an ERP integration or based on tax tables, as opposed to being able to leverage a third party to integrate with. You may have different countries that have different ways of providing this tax information. And ultimately, there may be a lot of nuance if you're doing drop shipping and you're having to figure out some of the customs and duties as well. The biggest thing we want you to take away is that the tax section of this ought to be something that your software vendor that you're working with has actually thought about and gone through different iterations of for all of those different scenarios that I just outlined. Whenever you're looking at how to handle this for your specific industry, it also makes a lot of sense to go look at some of your competitors and look at some of the big players in the overall auction e-commerce software space and see how they're applying this and what kind of user experience they're providing. This can be invaluable to get this additional knowledge. And this is something that we've invested a lot of time into and can provide you additional examples In addition to what we're showing here, there are a lot of experiences that we've gone through, and we can show you some of these different examples in additional follow-up if you're interested. In fact, that's what we'll talk about next, is some of these complementary resources that we can provide to you about your auction e-commerce software. Thanks for watching this video on auction e-commerce. This is a series of videos, and we want to encourage you that you're welcome to take a look at the additional features and functionalities as you see fit, and may be a good area for you to understand more. You can take a look at the detailed next video in this series by clicking the link that we've provided. We also have a set of links to all of the different videos in a playlist that you can take a look at. We've also compressed the videos into a single overall video, and if you would like, we've put together a free resource guide and checklist on auction e-commerce. One of the other things that we love to do at Clarity is provide you with complimentary guidance with some of our technical experts. So if you're interested in this, we call this a complimentary discovery, and you're welcome to go to our website, link below in the description, and go ahead and get that free complimentary discovery. We just want to say thank you again so much for watching this video and for being fans and subscribers. If you would, we would love it if you would do some auction with the like button and go ahead and hit the winning bid on the like button. All jokes aside, we really appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks again.